everyone, I'm the Mighty Blues, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Last time, I'm gonna be completely honest, it's been a bit since I've last recorded. It's been at least like a week or two since I've last recorded. I've kind of forgotten a few things. I do know that apparently, so we're trying to figure out Nagito's motive. I think we've deduced that Nagito's death was a suicide, but I guess we're ruling out that there could have been an accomplice. We're trying to figure out the motive of why Nagito would kill himself. I don't really know. Things are kind of a mess right now, so let's continue. Hopefully I'll figure things out as I remember things as we go along.
Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Well, because the poison was hidden in his cottage, right?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is the container.
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible! I mean, an accomplice? It is just two!
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right! You're totally right! That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
that's no good.
Yeah, because we need to confirm where the poison came from.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga! Still, that's pretty messed up!
Shut up! You just be quiet!
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Wait, hang on! Whoa, Kane! That's a huge bombshell! That honestly could have been where it was. Now that I think about it, it would make sense for the poison to be in the fire grenades. And then Nagito knew we were gonna throw them. Oh my fucking god, what? What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... the fire grenades, right? He actually used the fire grenades. Yeah, he actually used the fucking fire grenades as a goddamn container. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, he did. Yeah, because he easily could have stuck the poison in the fire grenades. We throw them, they go into the fire, and they evaporate, and that's what killed him! That's easily what it could have been, which would also explain why the fire grenades didn't actually put out the fire!
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
Oh, see, I was assuming he put them in all of the canisters, but that works too.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That would also explain why he had the gas mask and the gloves to disperse the poison into the fire grenades.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but... the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Wait, but didn't we also see a little piece of aluminum under Nagito's bed? So that just confirms that he absolutely tampered with the fire grenades.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime, could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible! Miss Sonia just said so right now!
Oh my god, are we gonna have to fight with Kazuichi on this?
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that the contents of a fire grenade was swapped with the poison. Yeah, cause the piece of blue paper.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide! Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What the fuck does that mean, Tiyaki?
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
When we all threw the grenades.
When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
Oh my god! Wait, so he is trying to get someone killed! Yeah, because whoever threw the poison killed Nagito!
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought and the moment Nagito breathed in the poison were the same? When the sprinklers activated, we all threw the grenades. When the spear fell, when the fire started. No, it must have been when the sprinklers activated because it was, because the water affected the poison.
Crap!
No? Really? Okay, so it would have been when we threw the grenades.
I see. Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
I think that's going to be the biggest question is, yeah, who killed Nagito? We're going to get another who shot Mr. Burns situation. It could have been anyone. But the real question is, who pulled the trigger? Who threw the grenade that had the poison? And we already have proof of seeing, you know, which one didn't have the aluminum. That would prove that one had the poison. But the question is, how are we going to find that out?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Nagito. The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was Nagito.
I see.
So does that mean Nagito is still the killer?
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
It was still Nagito. It was still Nagito.
I see.
So this is still... Wait! Nagito...
It was also Nagito.
Nagito didn't commit suicide. Nagito killed himself. That's... Okay. I get what they're going for with this. Absolutely stupid. You could still rule this out as a suicide. Nagito killed himself. That's literally the definition of suicide. But I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like, no, Nagito did kill someone. That someone just happened to be him. He basically, he bet on a fart and lost. And that fart caused him to die.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Oh, that's a good question. Why would he set the warehouse on fire? The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire, to make sure someone throws the poison.
I see.
Holy shit.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito.
Did he try to create the illusion that someone else was the killer when in actuality, when you look at all the facts, he's still the killer? Is that what he was trying to do?
It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Well, yeah, how would you be able to know? Because even Sonia said that when she looked at them, they all had the aluminum, the one that she looked at had the aluminum seal. That doesn't mean that she looked at all of them. So unless Monokuma ahead of time looked at all of them, looked at which one was the one with the poison, and is able to determine that that is the blackened, how would you know?
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Hold on! If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
Yeah, but if you're not the one that threw the poison grenade, then that means everyone's dying, Sonia.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count! Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia, and one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you?
Oh God, no!
Such an awful power.
Oh, Kazuichi! Oh, that's so gross! Oh, ew! So gross!
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is!
Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Are we doing the closing argument now? That's right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. And then I have to do it. Even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Are we doing the closing Wow, we're doing the closing argument and we don't even know who the killer is! Holy shit, okay! Okay, wow! Okay, cool. No. Okay, I should probably read this. Oh, what's inside Nagito's refrigerator? Okay. Right before switching the poison. No, nothing there. What's placed inside the break room? Remove the lid. Let's see, what's beyond the Monokuma panel? No, nothing there. His whole body was tied up, nothing there. How did he support the spear? Nothing there. In order to hurt himself, yeah, nothing there. Nagito propped the knife with something, nothing there. Fireworks, nothing there. Fire grenades, here we go. Okay, nothing there. Oh, actually, hang on here. Oh boy. I do hate the fact that everyone is shown here with red eyes, which would insinuate that everyone is the killer, which is what my original thought was. I thought that Nagito put the poison in every fire grenade, but that I'm not sure of. Tie the burned rope into my right hand. Nagito's video message. Play some music. Gas mask. Is it the video message here? Oh, it actually is. Oh, I guessed on that one. Nagito propped up the knife with something. Is it here? No. Had a feeling. Is it here? Hang on, is it here? Oh, it is! Again, I guess on that one. Okay! Let's see. Pushy, be extra careful with performing switcheroos. Oil lighter. What's placed inside the break room? The fire grenades. What's beyond the Monokuma panel? How do you support the spear? Nagito propped up the knife with something. Oh, the plushie! And then... What made the spear fall? Would it have to be the lighter? No. Okay. The lighter has to be something. I'm assuming, is the lighter here? No. Oh, what's beyond the Monokuma panel? The lighter. Duh. Because the Monokuma panels are what knocked over the lighter that then hit the curtain. Duh, I'm stupid. Let's place inside the break room. How did you support the spear? Left hand? In order to hurt myself. Oh, hang on. I let go of the cord. Yeah, I let go of the cord, and that's what killed him. Alright, last stock! Fire grenades! Those were what was stocked in the break room! Finally! Okay, I think we only have one more panel left, do we? Yes. Sneak attack in my left hand. In order to hurt myself... Oh yeah, putting duct tape over my mouth.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
So then does this imply that everyone is the killer? If we can't figure out who the exact person is, and that was Nagito's plan, does that mean that everyone is the killer? And if that's the case, does everyone die?
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Oh.
He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope that can break through any despair can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together. Huh?
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
What Nagito believed in. His talent.
I see. Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
Yeah, I believe in my ultimate luck. It's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Yeah, that's true. But again, what does this have to do with finding out who the killer is? That's what I'm not figuring out. Yeah, like, I get it, but, like, how does this solve anything? And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted. God, I forgot about that. I trusted my luck just to be picked for cleaning duty. Jesus, yeah, I completely forgot about that part, too. But again, so, does this mean that by luck we're gonna pick the right killer? Is that what that means? Because I'm still starting to think that Nagito is the killer.
It doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
But the only one that's been set up is himself. So was himself the target the whole time?
A target? Who?
Does that mean he was the traitor all along and couldn't accept it, so he projected it onto everyone else?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
Or that too.
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito is after?
No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know who the answer is. It's the traitor.
I see. That's it? The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor's student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward. So is that a bluff? Was this whole thing a bluff?
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then, it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believe in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long was really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. I mean, that was kind of the suspicion I had from the beginning, that like, the traitor was the one that killed him. It just, getting to this point has completely misconstrued that entire element, but it's still true. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but
the only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. it is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Is she implying that the traitor is the ultimate imposter?
Chiaki?
Is that what she's implying?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Is she implying that it's Hajime?
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Or is it Nagito? Is it Hajime or Nagito? Because the way that she's wording it, this sounds like it could be Hajime or it could be Nagito.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Oh my god, I have to guess. I have to fucking guess. Well, it could be Hajime, but like the way that it could also, it could be Hajime, it could be Nagito, it could, you know what, I think we're gonna end things off here. Thank you all so much for watching, and next time on Danganronpa 2, I'm gonna have to make a decision. Oh no, see you guys then. Goodbye. How many monomies are left to challenge my army of 10 to the power of 60? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything! I am the conqueror of the new world! I won't give up. Even if I have no chance of winning,